Hi, everyone, and welcome to Modern Work Mondays for Frontline Retail. I'm your host, Nolan Wheeler, CEO and founder of Sync Technology. And as always, we have with us Jeff Strasser, General Manager of Modern Work at Microsoft. Jeff, buddy, how we doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
Well, thank you. So every Monday we do these in 3 minutes or less, or at least we try. And today we're going to talk about shared devices in retail. So some retailers have got a BYOD strategy. Some of them have enough devices for everybody, but frankly, the vast majority don't have enough devices for every associate in the store. So how do you run, modern work strategies, thinking about the fact that there might not be a dedicated device for every person in the store?
Yeah, it's a huge investment, and all the tools that we always talk about are enabled by having devices in people's hands and finding the right balance of serving the customer, not staring at the screen, which of course is a concern we always hear. But I think what's most important as you start to build out the solutions and the technology in the store that will provide a better customer experience is getting the fundamentals right? Getting the device platform, the management of those devices, the identities right. As if there's one thing we've learned over the years, shared identities and passwords, bad idea. Just from, of course, the security concern, but as you get into things like messaging and voice, having the right audit trail, the right communications trail, having e-discovery around it, certainly being able to route the right requests and tasks to the right people who are logged on because they have a given capability or training or certification or whatever the requirement may be. And so bringing together the unique user identities along with the shared device is the challenge. And so lots of ways to do that, lots of technologies, investments that we've made in our platforms, be it Intune and Entra ID, former Azure AD suite, to optimize for frontline, to simplify login, log out on shared devices, or even in the case where you get down to BYOD and user-enabled devices and get down to, because there's always concern in retail and frontline around, does my employer have control of my device? There's regulatory requirements for hourly employees. So having the right controls around those clock in and clock out hours and making sure only certain applications and experience can be accessed during those hours. There are, of course, some experiences you want to access outside of those hours, like scheduling. So I know when I'm coming into work or if I need to trade or swap a shift. But also having great communication and control that for the applications that are being managed on the device, only those applications are being managed. And so there's a lot of approaches, but having the right identity, security, and device management approach is kind of the baseline fundamentals. It's the building blocks of enabling the store tech to better serve the customer.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we get faced with this question as much as probably you do, right? So it's just a matter of it's probably inevitable that everybody's going to have a mobile device in the future at some point in time. Is that 2 years? Is it 5 years? What does that look like? So how do you manage that hybridized platform format right now where you've got some folks who've got nothing, maybe some folks have a radio, maybe some folks have a Zebra device or a Samsung or something like that. So, thinking about that quarterback model or that kind of what we call man-to-man versus zone coverage in terms of what your devices have and how you can survive. Really, I think we're just in a migration right now where we get to that inevitability that it's just, you can't afford not to have mobile compute in the palm of every single associate.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in this phase of going from these legacy devices, whether they're phones or two-way radios, to these highly productive, highly capable devices. But it's not just about the hardware; it's all the infrastructure behind it to really take advantage of it. So it's a fun time. Presents a lot of challenges, but can really change how stores work.
Sounds good. I love it. We just keep agreeing. Maybe next week we'll have to disagree on something, and we'll really get a conversation going. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.